Hello everyone, and welcome back. Now, with Forza Horizon 5 in full swing, I thought we'd take a look back at possibly, and this is going to be very controversial, the most successful Forza game of all time, but also possibly one of the most hated. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for Forza Horizon 4. Now, I'm going to start off with a little bit of background about Horizon 4. We're going to go through some of the features, some of my favourite moments, some things that were absolutely bonkers, and some firsts as well for this game and for Horizon. So, let's start with the background off of this game. So, Horizon 4 came off the back of a very successful Horizon 3, which was set in Australia. It was the most diverse map probably to date, actually, when you think about it, although Mexico's pretty close. But yeah, it was released September 28th, 2018, and no one was really happy about it. Okay, and the reason why nobody was really happy about it was because, well, it was a little bit bland. People wanted Japan, and, well, people still want Japan, and, well, they didn't get that. When it was announced that it was going to be set in the UK, everyone was like, oh my god, amazing, London. You know, big cities and all that. And then they found out that, it was set in Scotland. So, we're going to get back into that a little bit more. So, we're going to do a few wheel spins in the background here. So, one of the first in this game was the Horizon Super Wheel Spins. And okay. 911 GT2 RS, nice. And Jaguar, okay. So, these are basically 3 wheel spins in one. Ooh, 400k. Very nice. So yeah, these were one of the big things. Well, I say one of the big things. One of the new things in Horizon 4. And immediately, everyone was like, great, cool. You know, that's actually a really good addition. Considering that, well, wheel spins has been in the game since the start and really hadn't been tampered with too much. So, Horizon 4 brought the super wheel spins and swiftly never, ever touched them again. Usually, in Horizon 3, they had new Forza edition cars every maybe 3 months, maybe a bit more. And, throughout the entire 3-year lifespan of this game, not one addition to the wheel spins. So, yeah. Very, very happy, or very, very good there. So, why is Horizon 4 so hated if it's got about 18 million players returning every single day up until, obviously, the release of Horizon 5? Well, here is kind of the big statistic that you need to know. At the start of this game, there was roughly, around 450 cars. That's just ballpark figure. Not too bothered to check, really. But at the end of it, this game had just under 800 cars. That means they've almost doubled the amount of cars in this game throughout the 3-year lifespan. And for the last year, not very many cars actually got added. Horizon 4 and the devs really pulled it out the bag in terms of getting players to return every single week. There was this thing called the Festival Playlist, and what that would allow you to do was to basically come into the game and maybe you complete a championship or you do something specific that the game told you, and you get a new car, a brand new car that was just added. And they would do this. That it had probably at least one. I'm just going to say averages here. Average about 1 new car a month. Sometimes, though, it could be 2. I think there was a month where there was even 4 new cars in 1 week, which is just, that was at the start. It was absolutely insane numbers. But this game really did, and they weren't just really boring cars like, I don't know, Volkswagen Beetle. They were really, really like brand new. The C8 Corvette was added, one of the last cars to get added. The Vuhel 08, which is this Mexican thing, when Horizon 5 Mexico was actually announced, that was introduced. There was a DS, what was it? Yeah, Citroen DS, that was added too. Really wild diversity of cars that were added to the lifespan of the game. A lot of Deberti trucks, a lot of Aston Martins, there was a few new and old Ferraris added too. And so, even though for 1 week 1 week a month, you would have to drive in snow for the entire week, that was okay. Because you could go and get a car and then not play the game for a week and then, it'll be spring again. I'm obviously referencing the seasons, which although is a pretty cool idea, I'm not sure the fans appreciated it probably as much as they should have. The idea is that every month is kind of a year. Alright, stick with me in this one. So, the game was originally launched in summer. The next week, it would go to autumn, the next week would be winter, and the next week would be spring. So, basically you go from really dry to very rainy to cold and snowy. Well, actually, snow will be absolutely everywhere on the map. And then it would go to kind of bright and rainy again. And then it would just cycle and repeat and repeat. Now, this is actually very apt. This is the winter in the expansions, which I think we'll probably get onto now, seeing that we're in Fortune Island. So we're driving a Ferrari F355, one of the best sounding cars in the game. The LFA is probably the best, but yeah, anyway. So there were 2 expansions for Horizon 4. Apparently there were meant to be 3, but yeah, that didn't really happen. So this is the first one. This is Fortune Island, and this got a lot of stick back when it was announced, or when it was released. I think it was December, January, because it was very, very close to Storm Island from Forza Horizon 2. The idea of it was fairly simple. There was a whole lot of treasure that you had to go and collect. It was money, and maybe a few cars were thrown in. I saw this, and I saw Horizon 4. I was like, no, I had a PS4 at the time. I still do. Can't get my hands on a PS5 at all, which is very sad, but maybe in the new year. I'm not giving up hope yet. But yeah, I saw this and was like, yeah, it's a pretty good game. I'm impressed. Other fans, they didn't really see it that way. And yeah, there were some interesting cars that were released along with obviously the map. There was a Celine, which I think was a Celine Raptor, S3 Raptor, which is really, really cool. Hasn't been brought to Horizon 5 as far as I can remember. So yeah, if you want to drive that car, Horizon 4 is the game to go. Anyway, the second one, which was the Lego expansion, I'll get onto that in a few minutes' time. But that got even worse reception, actually, because all of the kids playing thought it was grand, yeah, it was pretty cool. All the adults really didn't appreciate it. It was very childish, it was appealing to a younger audience, and they were kind of feeling like they got a bit patronised, and I think they were a little bit too harsh. I think, okay, yeah, it was very childish and all the rest of it, but it's a bit of fun. I enjoyed it, you know. Would I have paid €18 to get it on its own? Probably not. I'm very happy I bought the deluxe edition for whatever it was, and got the car pass and everything else in it. I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So you can start to kind of get a picture for why this game is kind of as hated as it is, and I think it's a real shame. Any game that is close to 800 cars, which are all beautifully detailed and scanned as well. Bearing in mind, Gran Turismo 6 had 1,200 cars, but only about 150 of them actually had interiors. Can't believe I forgot the word for interiors, isn't that bad? Also, if I'm sounding very nasally, it's because my throat isn't great, and neither is my nose. So yeah, apologies for that. But I hope you're enjoying the video anyway. If you are enjoying the video, consider liking and subscribing. It would really help it out. One more sub to 50, guys. One more sub to 50. So come on, you know you want to. You know you do. You know you do. Do it right now. Do it. Go on. Press the button. There we go. Thank you. Right, on with the video. So, in essence, Horizon 3. Horizon 3? Horizon 4. Was it a good game? I think it was. I think it was the biggest Horizon game up until now. Both with sales and all the rest of it, but also just with the map and everything that was in it. Everything was just bigger with this game. I think it got an awful lot of stick. I think everyone was out to get it from the start, really. Yes, okay, the map was very boring. I get that. It didn't really have much diversity, and yeah, at times it felt like it was the same. You could have really been in any part of the map, and yeah, you could have possibly been mistaken for thinking you were halfway across it. The expansions were also fairly dull, if I'm entirely honest. And I decided that I would get Horizon 3, as you guys, I've shown you on the channel, my Horizon 3 montage videos. And I was so surprised about how diverse the map was and how different everything was. So yeah, I get that. I get that for like going from Horizon 2, which is probably still the best Horizon game, possibly even the best Forza game of all time. That's maybe a little bit more controversial, but definitely the best Horizon game, up until Mexico. Then you went to Horizon 3, which was so culturally diverse and all the rest of it. Then you got to Horizon 4, and it's just a bit bland. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. So, in total then, what do I think? What did I think of Horizon 4? I've had this game for about 2.5 years now. Almost 3, actually. It'll be 3 in December. So, what do I think of it? Well, maybe this is the best endorsement that you'll get. This game, when I saw it first, well, I saw the trailers and then I saw Fortune Island's trailer. This game impressed me so much that I actually went out and bought a console, a separate console, just so I could play this game. That is right, I went out and bought an Xbox One, even though I had a PS4, just so I could play this game. And I'm sorry, but any game that can do that is a pretty good game all around. Yes, it had its flaws. It was very boring. The seasons, all the rest of it. And that has pretty much been eliminated for Horizon 5, and I will get onto Horizon 5 in a few weeks' time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But this game was pretty good. I was a big fan of it. I still play it a little bit. Yeah, okay. You know, it's end of life now. It's pretty boring. There's nothing really much to do. But for 2.5 years, there was a lot to do in this game. They kept adding new things, and they kept us on our toes, introducing, you know, like the high stakes, the Super 7, the Eliminator, all great features. So yeah, Horizon 4, I think a little bit underappreciated, but not a half bad game. That's it, everyone. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon. Not sure when. Might have a stream later on this weekend. Who knows? Please like and subscribe. One more subscriber, please. Yeah, we will see you very, very soon. I'll have some good news or bad news, depending on which side you're on, about regular uploads very soon. So thank you very much, guys. We will see you in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.